Hey guys, Travis here during the fourth week of the LCS, and I'm actually joined by DontMashMe from GGU. DontMashMe, this fourth week, a super week. How did you guys prepare for this?
Like always, scrimming, but every time we had a problem, and Shiphtur was one of the problems for week 2 and 3, and now 4, but I think we found a mid sub now instead of a top lane sub, so it's a little much better, but it's still not good enough.
So let's talk. What happened with Shiphtur? Because everybody, I know there were visa issues, but maybe you can give me like the full outline of what occurred.
Week 2, he had exams, so it was just fine, whatever. Week 3, so I believe it was Wednesday afternoon, and like later on night Skype, he's like, "Oh, I didn't make it through the customs, right?" Yeah. And everybody's like, "Oh, what happened?" And he's like, "I just didn't make it through because I didn't have a work visa." And we're like, "Wait, why did you say anything about work?" Because normally when you're supposed to cross the customs, you're supposed to say like I'm a professional gamer or athlete, professional, and they let you through the event. So that's what I did for week 2 when I'm moving to Vegas. So I'm here perfectly fine, and that's what you're supposed to do.
All right. So yeah, you said you're in Vegas. Who all is in Vegas with you?
I'm just with a good friend of mine that I met a year ago. So I'm with him, and I see Curse here and there all the time.
So there's not really like a GGU home base yet, right?
No, it's just personal living right now.
So yeah, you said you see Curse all the time. Do you ever go hang out with them or anything, or do you bump into them at the casinos or something?
I'm 18, but elements, cops sometimes come by and chill.
Really, really neat. I want to talk to you. I'm asking asked Chaos earlier, but Double Lift made some comments last week about 80 carries being too nerfed, and that like the attack speed debuffs that you can get from items right now just a little too strong. I'm kind of trying to find out if this is something that other 80 carries feel about, or if this is just him. Do you feel like that, or do you think that right now it's just fine?
I agree with him actually, because me and Double Lift play hyper carries, and when you're playing hyper carries, it's really reliant on that hyper carry to carry. And right now, like compared to like other 80 carries like Chaos and Cop, they play more like team type AoE oriented carries, so it doesn't hurt them as much compared to me and Double Lift. So that's why it's a little complaint to Double Lift, but there's definitely too much attack speed, and the HP can be toned down by a bit for sure.
So I know GGU right now. You guys are sort of struggling in the rankings. I know obviously Shiphtur was a factor. Do you think that also the team house is a factor? I mean, I feel like a lot of people feel as though you're underperforming right now because you have a really good potential. I mean, we saw that with GGU previously. So what are all the different factors causing this?
Definitely kind of the housing, sorry, and kind of a bit of school, because there's 3 people doing school. Zion High School, Bloodwire is doing college, and Shiphtur's doing college. So I don't think the housing is that important, but you need to be able to dedicate time to the game. So even if you don't have a house, as long as you can dedicate time to the game, you're perfectly fine, but that's not the case with the schooling.
So first off, I want to ask you about how I pronounce his name, because I don't know how to pronounce his name, and then I want you to tell me about your new player.
Jinte? Okay. He's a mid player. I've been on Monomaniac, and he was my mid player. And he wasn't that great back then, but now he's improved a lot. I see a lot of it in him. And he's doing fine for the first time at LAN, so I can't ask for more as from a sub, right?
Really good. Well, hey, I kind of just want to wrap up the interview by asking you if you had any shout-outs to fans or anyone.
First off, shout out to all the fans that are supporting us, and my fans, everybody else. Shout out to my family and my good friends, and then headed over there. And be sure to like us on Facebook, Good Game University, and follow us on Twitter, GG University.
Look at. Well, hey, thanks a ton for the interview. Best of luck throughout the rest of the Mega Week for everyone. This is Travis on the fourth week of LCS. You can check out the rest of GameSpot's coverage at gamespot.com/LCS.